Hi. Today is November 5th. I'm actually one day off from last year of doing this. Just one day. Last year I did it on November 4th. Today's November 5th. It is right now, this is lying to me. It says it's 52 degrees. There it goes. It's 57 degrees. And it'll be rising to 68 degrees. Today is the last day to do bee stuff. And as you can probably tell from my last bee video, it's a very difficult time to navigate this. But the bees wait for nobody. And if you're a beekeeper or you have livestock, it doesn't matter if you've lost somebody. You gotta do what you gotta do. They still gotta get fed, they still gotta get cared for, all that fun stuff. So the bees are gonna be out and about today. The goal is to give them their oxalic acid dribble, OA dribble, and check their food stores. I already messed up. On the amount of OA that I added, but it's what it is now at this point. The recipe is supposed to be 35 grams of OA into a liter of 1-to-1 sugar syrup. Now, I talked to my friend David, and he was saying it's actually a little bit better if you make it a little less than 1-to-1. And that way they're less likely to consume it and more just like cleaning it off and spreading it around. I feel like I did that. So I made the 1-to-1 correctly. The problem was, and then it's 50 milliliters per colony, 5 milliliters per seam between each frame. And so the way I did the calculations was 250, I have 5 colonies, so that's 250 milliliters total, which obviously I have a little bit more of. That's okay. And then you're supposed to mix for my recipe, 2 tablespoons of OA, 2 teaspoons, good gracious, 2 teaspoons into that mixture to get the recipe correct, but I had a little less than the calculation for 2 teaspoons of OA. It was all that I had left. So, and I figured some OA is better than no OA. So, we're gonna do the treatment. And we're gonna check for food, and this will be the last time I go in them for the rest of the year. I'm gonna try and make this rather quick. Kind of sucks that Dad's not gonna be watching, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So, God, I'm so stupid. I don't know what this means for the channel, guys. I want to continue on having a channel. I definitely want to continue on beekeeping. Beekeeping is something I like to do, and so I'll continue to do that for myself and as a homage to my dad, because I know he would have really liked that. As far as having a channel, though, I made the channel for my dad, so I did once ask him how he liked the way I edited things. Sorry, the sun is like right in my face. If he would have me change up the way I edited things, and he said no, he really liked the way that I did it. I left in all the sped up stuff because he felt like he saw everything. Going forward, I might change editing stuff just to cut out the boring bits. It's just me and my apiary. There's nothing too crazy about that. I think the most interesting part probably is that I'm running horizontal hives and so far thriving with it. And my dad he was just tickled about that, so it's just different now. It's really different. If you're a beekeeper and you've ever been around other beekeepers love to talk about bees, we will talk about bees for forever, That's a lot of fun. But it's totally different when you have like a co-partner in your apiary and you guys are both invested in the apiary, and it's important to both of you guys on how you guys move forward, and you do the things that you got to do in your apiary, and then you kind of come together. And like my dad and I would talk about the beekeeping and the apiary and how we want it, like goals, future goals and things. We would do that for hours, for literally hours, to the frustration and boredom of the rest of my family who are not beekeepers. So my dad was definitely an honorary beekeeper, and I don't know what that looks like going forward. There was a bee. I hope they don't find the OA stuff, but I don't know what that looks like going forward. If anybody watches this channel, I would really love some encouragement on going. Keep going, because I'm feeling a little anchorless right now as far as the channel goes. Anyways, we're gonna make this quick. I don't want to expose the bees to the cold too much. So as I said, we're gonna do the same thing that we kind of did last year to winterize the bees. 5 milliliters per seam, 50 milliliters total. Oh, hi. Per colony. And just replacing food if we need to, and that's it. That's it, guys. Easy peasy. Their next Monday is calling for, like, I think 48 degrees high. This is the first warm day we've had, like in the 65 degree range in like over 2 weeks. Yeah, I've been waiting for the perfect day to come out here and do what I gotta do. It's that bad. It's getting cold, and I had to wait. So with oxalic dribble, you have to go in the morning when it's a little bit cooler, somewhere between 55 and 60. So we're in that range, while they're still kind of clustery a little bit. Although it's probably warm enough in each one of these colonies so they're not clustering too much. But the cluster is a little bit loose, okay? And then you do your dribble, and then as the day heats up and it gets up to 65 to 70 degrees, the cluster breaks up. They're moving around, they're active, they're really spreading it out. So that's kind of what you're trying to aim for. Cooler morning, and it needs to be like in 65 degree range in the daytime temperatures for hours. They've got to have hours so they're not staying cold and wet. So that is the dribble method. Okay, let's do it.
Bees, 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 bees.
You're the best. All right, so the other thing we're doing for all the ladies, besides food and dribble, is closing them down to very small opening. We don't have any like field mice here. I mean, I would probably say this is probably a 3/8 space. 3/8 space opening. It's very tiny. I just don't want mice crawling in if I can help it. I know that they can crawl in to small nooks and crannies, but I think they're less likely to if it's that tiny and there's bees. Alright. So, here you go, Miss Lee. You're gonna hold that for me. I also cleaned the oil trays not that long ago, so all of the oil trays are beautiful and clean. So beautiful. Let's check the food. Wow, guys, they're killing it. Yeah, they love that. They still got a little bit left, so I'm not gonna add any more to them. Crack this. Take this, transfer it over here. There we go. Couple dead bees from the inside of the feeder area. They got stuck. That Renee has 6 brood frames. That should put us around here. So we're gonna lift these up and get started. Wow. These ladies really bounced back. They really did. Impressively. after being sick. Look at that. It's gorgeous. You love to see it. You really do. I really only want to focus on the brood frames that we had. And that should start after here. Wow, look at these frames, look so beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll probably do this last seam right here. And that'll be it, because I know that's where they're keeping their brood. So, sorry ladies, I know it's loud. Yep. I don't see a queen hiding anywhere on the boards, right? She's not outside. Look at this though. Wow. That is a gorgeous coverage of bees. That's really what you want to see when you get in to your colonies and going into winter, huh? Yeah. That's beautiful. That's what you want to see. Okay, if I remember correctly, you really have to be very careful with this syringe because it moves smoothly. Moves very smoothly. Alright, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna stop right here. This is where our brood is. And we need 5 milliliters per seam. Very slowly. Dribble, dribble, dribble. They're so thick that it's hard to... No, I'm barely even getting through the seam. Hello, mailman. Or mail woman. Fun fact, my dad was a postal service worker for most of his life. Most of his working adult career. Okay, I think that's good. I don't think I actually did as much as I was supposed to. I got it down to like 30. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I should have gotten this down to literally 10. I didn't use that much. Should I do another pass? Because not only that, not that it used enough dribble, but I also have less oxalic acid in each one of these things. So let me do one more pass. I clearly did not do this enough. Am I supposed to put it just like right on top of them, or am I supposed to like on the seam, or am I supposed to smoke them down? There we go. That's about right. That's about how much I should have left. Now we gotta shake these ladies in, and then it'll warm up and they will start to spread the concoction. Now we close it up, and the ladies will get active and do what they gotta do for the rest of the day. Boop. And we'll be good. Good job, Renee. Love your progress. Love your comeback. You did fantastic. Hello and insulation. Wrong area, girlfriend. Come on. You gotta go. Yes. Okay. I think I saved as many as I could. Alright. That's it. Next, Miss Lee. Before I forget, all of the colonies have a couple of dead bees on the ground outside. So I'm assuming those are drone bees. The great kick out of the drones. And any worker bees that just weren't making it, they just weren't up to snuff. You were being a drag on the resources. Sorry, he ain't gonna make it. Got a couple of ladies over here taking out the dead. You're on the wrong side. Why are you over here? They always tend to do that. Let's see. Miss Lee has 6 brood frames. She's got 6 brood frames. Let's see how she's doing with food. Killing it. We're gonna wait for her too. I think we're gonna wait on them too. They've still got some. Probably about the same amount that Renee has. All right. Ooh, they're a little zesty. Doing a good job. 6 frames should also put us this amount in. Ooh. Immediately threatening me. Miss Lee's colony don't play. She comes from a zestier line of ladies. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And when I say zesty, I mean they could be so much worse. I've actually seen angry bees, and this is not it. We got a small hive beetle. Look at these ladies. When I say they threaten you, let me see if I can capture this lady. They stick their butts up at you like this, and they stick their stinger out. Oh, sorry. Can you get back? We'll get you back in. There we go. Yeah, they'll stick their butts up at you. And they'll stick their stinger out immediately at you. And they're just saying, hey, I didn't like that. You are under threat. At least they warn you. You know what I'm saying? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll probably focus mostly right here. I can already tell we're going to have a little bit of a problem come spring. They've done some cross combing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do this one right here, starting right here. And we need to get halfway down. Perfect. Perfect. Which one did I just do? That one? Okay. All right, so it's not an exact, but I'm up to like 20 milliliter left, which is fine. It's fine. Listen, it'll work. I have faith it'll work. All right, now I know I need to check this. Everybody's out of the roof, yes? All right, moving on to Sharon. Hello, good morning, Sharon. Good morning. We're gonna close your entrance down just a little bit further, making the entrance small. Super small. Sharon has 7 brood frames. That should put us a little bit farther along. in here. I'm gonna pick up this one right here. It's the widest one. A couple of dead bees on the side. Not a lot, but there's a few. This is my OG hive. They're putting their dead on the side. Wow, I'm gonna give them food. I'm gonna give them some food. I think they're gonna run out fairly quickly here. Here's what we're working with. All right, 5 milliliters per seam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna start over here. I tell you, it takes talent to watch the seam and also the 5 milliliter. Like that wasn't quite 5 milliliters. Okay, whoop. All right, we're almost at the 20 mark for that one. Leftover. Working with some good ladies here. Look at this though. Wow. They look great. They just look great. I don't see any black-bodied, confused, diseased bees. I feel bad for this lady. Oh man, she's got the... I dropped it right on her eye. I am so sorry, lady. Oh no. Right on her eye. That is perfect. She can't reach it. She's gonna need some help. She keeps trying to swipe it. She'll get some help. Just a little bit higher. Just swipe a little bit higher. You almost got it. No, oh, try it again. Try it one more time. Oh, almost got it. She keeps trying. I'm so sorry, lady. Right on your eye. So close. It's like a bubble. She'll eventually get it. She'll eventually get it, or somebody will help her out. Alright, let's close it up. No, there's not that many hanging down. Alright, let's put this on before they try to come out. There we go. Alright, so now we have this. This is the hard part because how do you put it on them without crushing a bunch of bees? I always found this part difficult if this is the way you do it. Put it on top without squishing them. They're not right here, so... Looking forward to getting new gloves at Nobby. Gloves where I have a little bit more flexibility and that actually fit. Those are too thick. They're good for children, I will say that. They are very good for kids, because your kids wearing these are not going to get stung. So like, if you definitely don't want to get stung, I think these are sting stopper gloves. Yeah, sting stopper gloves from Foxhound Bee Company. Like, I can nearly guarantee you not getting stung through these gloves. Trying to put it so that if they do get stuck, oop, no, that one fell apart and broke. Trying to make it so that it's, sorry lady, that lady got smushed just a little bit. Oh, there's a small hive beetle up here, bro. You are brave. Make it so there's like little nooks and crannies they can kind of get out of. So they don't get smushed. Alright, cool. I think that's good. Just make it so that there's ways for them to get out if they happen to be underneath of this area. Oh, this one's the one that got smushed. Sorry, lady. I didn't mean to. Actually, I did my best. I only smushed one bee, so it's pretty decent. For the amount of bees that were up here. I'm gonna leave that out next to where my robbing station is, and they can finish it off. Hey, how's it going? You taking a nap? Not up here, you're not. Not up here, you're not. I was watching past videos and I was looking at these colonies, and it's just amazing at how dirty they get so quickly. Like the cover boards, it's amazing how dirty they get after just 1 year of using them for beekeeping. We're moving on to Carol. Carol's doors are the hardest doors to manipulate. Let me just look at some of these bees. Yeah, most of, let's see, I count maybe three or four drone bees. Oh, this one was so pretty. That's a pretty drone. Yeah, most of these are drone. There are some worker bees though. They're very active. So, they look like they're doing good. They look like they've also highly probalized this door. Like I said, this door is the hardest door. There we go. To manipulate, because it's the OG door. And it's made of like, the door is made of like sign material that you just, I don't know, aluminum. So it's very bendable. So, alright. I need to replace this chain. Every time I go in here, I feel like it's gonna pop. Carol has 10 brood frames. Holy guac. Well, we can't cover them all, so we're just gonna have to do our best. There's a bee that's already found the Hive Alive stuff. The trays look so pretty. They're so pretty when they're clean. Wow, emptied it. Emptied it. We're gonna give them 2. There's the smallest amount of food left. This is all that's left in Carol's feeder. So there's this little bit here and these 2 little bits here. And that's it. And whatever these ladies are working on. I don't know what that is. That's it. So they must be... I'm a little scared. I'm a little bit nervous about going in this one. I have an itch. I have a feeling from the activity from the front of their hive and the fact that all this food is gone, I have a feeling that they're gonna be crazy strong. There are a couple of black body bees in here. There's a couple of black body bees. Very dark abdomens. Yeah. I don't love to see that. Not my favorite. Crack. This feels so light. There's nothing in it. 10 frames. 10 frames is a lot. It's a lot of brood. That was a while ago. That was the last time I mapped all these out. So I'm not saying they still have, wow, 10 frames, but I'm saying that last time I mapped it out, there was a lot. Wow. Hi ladies, good morning. Good morning. Don't see a lot of black-bodied bees within this area, but there were few in the feeder. Actually, I'm looking at I don't see any black-bodied bees in here. Yeah, there are no black-bodied bees up top. This leads me to believe that it's not so much disease as it is just a friggin' an old forager. She's getting resources. That's what she's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I really don't want to go too far in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that'll be good enough. We'll do it right here on this edge right here. That's as many cover boards we need to pull out. Some of the ladies are a lot bigger than the other ladies. I'm assuming that's your winter bees really showing off. Alright, right there on the edge. We might use all of it. I don't know. I might start down here. So there's more down here. Okay, ready? Half of that. Halfway between 40 and 50. Wasn't the greatest dribble, but that's okay. Oop, that one wasn't also a great dribble, but that's okay. We're doing our best here, guys. Five, 10, 20. 25, 40, 45, 50, 55. So I actually should have used all of it. I didn't. That's okay. We're going to leave it like that because I don't know which ones I sucked at with the dribble and which ones I did okay. They're doing great. There's a lot of ladies in here. I have a feeling that this, if everything goes well for winter, these are the ladies that are going to be just bursting at the seams, just ready to go as soon as spring hits. They're gonna hit the ground running, so long as everything goes well and they make it through winter. I have no reason to think that they won't, though. Lovely. All right, cool. Now we're gonna put that over here and give them some food. I might do 4 pounds. The only problem is how to get these ladies out so I can put 4 pounds in there. They're taking up the space. If I get you guys some smoke, would you guys go? There we go. Here we go. Look at these black body bees. This one. Alright, cool. This will be great. I'm gonna clear all the bees off. I'll put 2 pounds of this, or 4 pounds of this stuff in the feeder. And they should be set for some time. Are you the yellow jacker or the honeybee? You're the honeybee. Do you want to go in? You could be a part of this colony. They got lots of food. Alright, the top does fit. And the ladies will be able to come up and over. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Brilliant. Alright, we're all finished. These ladies are good to go. And then the only thing I'll have to do for winter for these ladies is just check food. Just check the food on them. Alright, last colony is Mimi. These ladies don't have a lot of dead bees on the front. Not a lot, there's a few. What they do have is bird poop. So I think the birds are kind of showing up to take care of some of the dead. 3/8 of an inch. 3/8 of an inch. They're a very small opening. This is what I did last year, and it worked out. So I'm just gonna do the same thing I did last year. Last year I went into winter with 3 colonies, and I came out of winter with 3 colonies. They still got some food. I'll leave them, and I'll probably refill Mimi, Lee, and Renee all at the same time. They're really, really small, so last time I mapped them out, they only had 4 brood frames, and that was it. Small hive beetle. Killed that one. That's really strange. On Mimi, there's not a lot of, excuse me, lady, clustering on this side like the other ladies were. They're more over this way. So I actually might cover more of their frames on this side. They look really good. All the ladies look like they built out the tops of their frames with a lot of resources and honey, from what I could tell. I'm looking at the top of the frame, so I mean, from what I can see, it looks like they've really built out the top of the frames. Yeah, so they look like they've... We're gonna focus somewhere around here. This is the hard part, watching the seams, making sure in the seams, and watching it go down to the 5 milliliter each. That's not as easy as you might think. We're gonna focus, let's see, there's a lot of bees on this frame, so let's focus right here. Let's start right here. That one was a little bit sloppy on this part right here. Come on. There we go. Perfect. All right, perfect. About 15 on this one left over. All right, and they're looking good. They're looking really, really good. The ladies are doing good. Dad, if you could hear me, I know you can't, but if you could, you'd know that we did an excellent job on the ladies this year. All right, excellent. Got a big ball of bees right there on the bottom. We don't want to squish them. So I'm just gonna shake them into the colony. They can move over from there if they want to. Come on. And the rest of them just go back. So they can go over that direction now. This one goes on top. And then this one goes right here. And that's it. That's it. That is it for the end of the season. To end that on that note. The ladies are all doing great. They're doing excellent. All of them looked super healthy. The only one I saw some black-bodied ladies were in Carol. And they looked like older bees. They looked like they were performing forager stuff, which leads me to believe that they're just old bees. But other than that, all the ladies looked super healthy. I hope that they all pull through. That would be super exciting. That would be really, really exciting. What would I do with 5 colonies bursting at the seams in spring? Wild. That would be something wild for sure. So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Send me some encouragement. Pray for me and our family as we go through this time. And yeah, thanks for watching the channel and knowing that my dad was a big part of it. He was a big part of the channel. So, like the main part, actually. So now, without him, it's sort of just me. Alright, guys. I hope everyone has a good holiday season. I'll stay in touch. Bye.